Hello friends, how's it going? Welcome back to another video, and today we're looking at the new Legends of Runeterra drop. It is Targon, Call of the Mountain. Ain't that right, Chris?
Ain't that right, Ollie?
All day.
All day, all day. Every day for the next 2 weeks, new cards.
Chris has been super excited for this,
Really
and I am too. There's going to be a bunch of new champions, a bunch of new cards, so we're going to have a look at them today. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the juicy new content. Tiari the Traveller. Is that Tiari?
Tiari the Traveller. Support. Grant my supported ally +0/+2, 2/2 for 2. So 2 mana gets you a 2/2, which is on rate, I guess. That's fine. And then you've got the support ability as a little added benefit. So when you're looking at this, right, what are you comparing it to? What is this really, really similar to?
Like War Chefs, right?
It's not exactly the same, but it's just super incredibly similar to War Chefs.
What
which
is
is
2/2 and it's quick
well,
2/3.
War Chefs is 2/3, yeah. So you're getting a slightly worse body, and for my money, you're getting kind of a slightly worse support ability as well. Like, I mean, the big reason that War Chefs sees play is because it's really good with the 1 mana 2/1 Hawk. The Challenger.
Oh right, yeah,
I can't remember what it's called right now.
Yeah, I know the one. When you play another card, you play another card, it gets Challenger.
So you play the Hawk on turn 1, you play War Chefs on turn 2, and in theory you get to take out anything with one power for free, which is great.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at Tiari, you're saying, why would you play this instead of War Chefs? I mean, it's in Targon, so if support is important, then it's cheap.
Yeah,
it's a cheap way to get support early in the game.
Yeah. Because we've had a look through these, and most of these cards that have been released, is like 4 of them. They're all around support.
Yeah,
as the keyword. So
yeah. So I guess support's gonna be one of the sub themes. Of the set.
I do like the art though. It's really nice.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. It's beautiful.
It's really cool. I like the way they're going with it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's like teleporting in on top of the mountain.
Probably.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Is that you in the center? That could be me with a beard.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works. And then we've got Jade on the other side, looking completely the wrong direction.
Sure.
I don't even know. What are you doing, right? Like, this guy's like, oh, I'm going to make a portal right in front of them, and they're like, oh, look at this other crap.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's going to see much play, but
there's another thing as well that it does, I guess, that War Chefs doesn't, in that it gives things a really big butt. Like, it gives you all of the payoff is on the health side. So if Targon has a health matters theme, like things deal damage equal to their health, or in the same way that Noxus has power matters, where if there are things with 5 or more power, you get a bunch of benefit.
Yeah.
You could see something similar there. Every creature with 5 or more health.
Yeah.
Maybe that is it. I guess the main reason you'd want to play with Demacia is, so you can play War Chefs as well. If you want to go like super support deck, and then you get Fiora as well. And
that segues into the next card, actually, which is this one.
Go on, do it. Say the
Mountain Sojourners.
That's it. It's the Mountain Sojourners. Support. Grant my supported ally +2/+2. If that ally has support, also grant its supported ally +2/+2. Do you want to know something? Oh, and it's a 2/5 for 5.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something about this?
What?
So, on Reddit, they said, I should remember, I should have mentioned this beforehand. So on Reddit they said apparently they've already buffed this.
Really?
They've already made this stronger,
In what sense?
apparently.
In what sense?
So the thing I do remember is it's now a continuous chain.
Okay.
So she supports someone with support, then it passes on, and then if they're supporting another unit of support, then it passes on to them. And if they're supporting another unit of support, so it just keeps going for as long as you have a chain of supports.
I imagine that's how it would.
Well, the way it's written right now, it's only the first one, right?
Grant my supported ally +2/+2. If the ally has support, also grant its supported ally +2/+2.
But it would just, if in the change, it'll keep going.
Yeah.
So it never ends, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So because the way that I thought when I first read that was that what you're explaining, but if it's not
right, but that's how it will work now.
Okay,
is what they've said.
Fair enough. Because that could be pretty spicy if playing it with Ionia with the Herald Spring
with Shen's good with it,
yeah.
That's kind of the weirdness with these cards. Like support, it needs to be really good with Targon. Because at the moment everything is in Demacia pulling in one direction, Ionia pulling in the other. But this card's mental. Like, this card's really good.
You think?
Yeah. So another thing as well, notice that it's Grant.
Yeah.
So grant means it doesn't go away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's give if it's for this turn only, and grant if it's forever.
Nah.
Yeah. So if she attacks with Shen, and then what have you got as 3 mana support after that? I don't know, like another random unit, Fiora.
Yeah.
You know, that means that you're attacking with this. She gives Shen +2/+2. Then Shen gives Fiora barrier
You
and
could do that, 'cause
also
that'd be like
+2/+2.
3 different things, but like yeah.
Oh yeah, it would
or
be.
like
Yeah.
something else, right?
Yeah.
But,
So another 3 mana thing.
Yeah.
And then so you get that chain of supports. If you've got this into Shen, into Herald of the Spring, into you know whatever, or this into this, is really good. Like 2 mountain Sojourners.
Yeah, Sojourners.
But she's if she attacks straight away, she's immediately putting. She's 2 power. She gives 2 power to supported ally. Another 2 power. She could be 6 attack.
And then, but then, I know it also stays. You're saying.
And it stays. So it's always making them bigger.
Every turn.
Every turn.
And she's got 5 health.
And she's got 5 health, so she's like
God.
on rate for the size that you want. Obviously, 2/5 isn't great, but I think this is a lot better than it looks.
Okay. Sounds cool.
Also, she has the epic gem in her headdress, which is cool.
Oh,
she's like an epic card,
the
and she's
link.
got a little gem. That's cute.
I do like the glowing special axe. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, she looks cool.
All right, should we move on?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so the next one is this Bambino, the Arbiter of the Peak with Overwhelm at 6/6, 10 mana drop. Reduce my cost by 1 for each time you've targeted or supported allies this game. Okay, so that's cool, the little tiny guy.
Yeah, the art on this is incredible.
Yeah,
looks
really
amazing.
Cool. So I first read this and I was like, okay, that sounds like I was thinking of endure decks, you know. And what's the other one? The Scuttlegeist as well. And I'm not sure that there's enough supported allies cards in a deck that you can build around to have this like to be useful.
Yeah, I kind of agree. What's your best case scenario, right? Like, at the moment, there's no 1 mana support, and also it wouldn't matter anyway because you can't have 2 things attacking turn 1.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're just doing this with support, then it's going to be bad and it's going to be slow. You only get to support every other turn. Support requires 2 creatures. It's just hard. The bit of this that's interesting potentially is the targeted allies.
What does that mean? So like, can you explain what that means?
Yeah, it's just anytime you use a spell that affects your own units. Anytime that you cast a spell and then click on one of your own units.
So I think that this card is going to be used more in line with that. Because that seems like a lot easier to do, especially with like these, I don't know, Karma Ezreal decks or all these spells.
One that I'm going to throw out, okay, a weird one. How about Targon Draven? All right, so you've got Draven with the spinning axes. So spinning axes are free, but they make you discard, and that's a targeted thing, so it reduces the cost of this by 1. Or you know what else it gives you? If you're playing Noxus for Draven, you get Legion War Drummer, which is the quick attack support. It gets you Kato the Arm, which is the overwhelm support.
Yes.
So you've got like 2 really good support payoffs. You've got a bunch of self-target stuff. You've got Noxian Diplomacy. You've got Spinning Axes, like I already said. And then you've just got Arbiter of the Peak as if you use
30,
a bunch
30.
of... Well, no, it's always going to be a 6/6, but like it might come in... That would be a lot better. That would be so much better if it was like Lego Endure. Anyway, but like... This comes in turn 4 or 5, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know, like that could maybe be good.
Yeah.
Even if it's a slightly different direction. And at the end of the day, you're still looking at this kick-ass art. So
it is very cool. I don't know if it's that. It doesn't feel powerful enough to be a finisher. Like it's kind of like
that's fair
for 10 mana and the amount of times that you can do it.
Yeah.
I think it will be difficult to get it out on the time that you want it to, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Jen, massively. That's why you've got to go for the targeted, I think. Also, just a little thing, but this is an epic, which feels weird.
Yeah.
Like it's not like the coolest epic card in the world, you know.
It doesn't really do like you
like
think
a narrative. It's kind of a narrative moment. But it's not like a character really.
Yeah. Because you think when it's going to be epic, it's going to be like really interesting. At least the sort
effect.
of the effect that happens on the card.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a great payoff, but maybe in some sort of
we'll
weird
see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, what we got? This is the final card. Yeah, this is the final card. So Bastion, give an ally spell shield this round.
Do you remember what spell shield does?
And spell shield nullifies the effect of the spell
Or skill, yeah.
or skill.
That targets this unit.
Let's see, where is it? Do we have
I'll do
it?
it.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Spell shield nullifies the next enemy spell or skill that would affect this unit.
Hmm.
So the first thing that I said to Chris when I read this was, this is confusing for like for players that like don't really like. I just want to play the game. I enjoy it, but I don't really think too much. Like I'm an aggro player. Does that sum up how I play? Like, and Chris likes to play like the
combo decks.
Vimer control or anything that has like
anything
TF
with TF
in it.
Oof.
Ezreal,
The
Karma, like all these like things where you have to think about when to play spells. That's Chris. Me, I'm just like hit the thing. Like I'm the
Smash.
let's go deep, baby. Like I'm the deep deck player, you know.
Yeah.
So for this, for me, is quite confusing because I was like, is this not like barrier, you know? And that just prevents the damage, right?
Yeah. So barrier is damage only.
And this is an actual spell. So one of the examples Chris gave me, you want to talk through it with the Runation?
Yeah. So, like you say, this spell is super confusing. Basically, it doesn't counter the spell, so it doesn't work exactly like Fizz, because Fizz counters the spell that's targeting. This doesn't counter, which means that it doesn't stop the effect going off. If you're using Ruination, then it'll stop the targeted creature, the spell shielded creature. They won't get hit with Ruination.
Yeah.
But everything else still will, which makes it slightly worse than Fizz in some ways, because Fizz, if you use it on Make It Rain, then you cancel all the effects, even though only one of them's targeting Fizz. But it's better in a lot of ways as well. One example being that you can't get around it with like TF's Gold card doesn't target, it just goes for the strongest creature. This would counter that, but Fizz doesn't.
Right.
This would counter Ruination, like we already said. This would counter any area damage that doesn't target.
Right.
So it's a lot better in some ways, but comparing it to Barrier, like you said, I mean, this would work against Stun.
Mm-hmm.
So it would cancel an annoying Steel Tempest, which is cool. It would cancel the damage that comes from spells, so it would cancel any of your Piltover and Zorn's weird damage spells. It would cancel single combat.
I guess my question is, like, if you play this, right, and then someone plays Silent on top of you, I know they're both burst spells. Does that...
Purify, like the silence thing.
Yeah.
I guess so this would block it. So you'd lose Spell Shield because it would go off, but you'd keep everything else.
Right.
I think.
Okay.
Because
that's an interesting one, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think this card seems really good.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there's a few things about it. One, it means that Tarek's probably coming in.
Ooh.
Because this is Tarek's hero spell, right?
Yeah.
Like, it has to be. Like, it's gems.
It's very purpley as well. The whole sort of theme is like purpley and nice. Like,
it's probably a throw forward as well to Shurima, potentially, because Shurima is severe and severe is spell shield.
Rise as well?
I mean, it could be. I mean, it's crystals and runes and stuff, so you could do something like that. And he does shield himself as well. But yeah, so it kind of alludes to Tarek's probably one of the champions that you're going to get in the expansion, who's probably going to be in the first set, which is cool.
Yeah. I love
so you
new
can
champs.
talk a little bit about that. But on top of that, it's just... if you're a deck that only cares about one unit, this is just better than Deny. This does everything that Deny would do for a Heimerdinger deck, for example. Heimerdinger, you drop him on turn 5, you've got 3 spell mana remaining. You used to be able to use that to deny their whatever. Now you can use this instead. It's burst, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think it might be nerfed. I think this might be...
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I think this might go to 4 mana.
I mean, if it goes up to 4 mana, then it's a lot worse.
But it's burst, right?
But like, yeah, I mean, it just seems really good. So maybe they are going to have to change something.
Is Deny fast or?
No, Deny's burst.
Oh,
Deny's burst as well. Yeah, because it has to be
I guess
to beat the other spells and stuff.
I guess so. Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not true. Yeah, Deny is fast because you can deny a deny, so Deny is fast.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm wrong. Yeah, Deny's fast.
Yeah.
So this has that advantage as well. You can't deny this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this seems really good. Like it's not got a huge number of downsides really. I mean, obviously there are some. It's not always as good as Deny, but if you're a deck that's playing Fiora, we've said Fiora a lot, and that's just 'cause support things. If you're playing Fiora, you really only want to keep her alive.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
It means that you don't have to go into Ionia for all the barrier payoffs. Maybe there's a Targon Demacia.
Yeah, and support, and it seems to be heavily like siding on support stuff.
And spell shield.
Yeah.
I mean, what could Taric be if Taric is just support, give my ally spell shield?
Yeah.
I mean, that's super boring, but maybe that's
Taric.
it. Yeah, Taric's boring.
It's better than like having it like them be invincible or something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. Maybe that's it. But like if you can just take the Fiora Shen mold that we've got, you lose loads of stuff by removing Ionia, but maybe Targon's as good, and this is slightly cheaper. You might have a Taric to give her spell shield. You could have a bunch of weird support payoffs like the Mountaineers that we saw earlier. You could have Arbiter as maybe some sort of top end.
The Arbiter.
I don't know. This seems great.
Seems great. Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's going to take a few tries just to get used to it.
Yeah.
So there you have it, friends. The new content dropped for Legends of Runeterra. Are you excited for it then, Chris?
Yeah, I think this is a great start. Like, it shows how it's tying into old sets. It shows how it's empowering kind of uncompleted archetypes who've always had support, and now we're just giving it a bit more oomph. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what other sort of keywords come about, and definitely the new champions that get dropped and how they interlink with everything else. So
it's gonna be awesome.
It's exciting stuff. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and you can follow us on Instagram, and we also have a Discord that you can jump on as well. And yeah, I guess we'll see you on the next video.
Peace.